Today I am placing before you an analysis of practical Vedanta. From time immemorial, human beings have been running after religion and gave different nomenclatures as God, Brahma, divine conscience, Atman or soul. But what is God or Atman or Brahma, and where does he live? Nobody gave any practical proof in the world so far. We are seeing that since the Vedic era, only human beings have been performing religion, but not the animal world. So, religion belongs to mankind. The great sage Uddalaka sent his son Setoketu to the teacher's house to achieve Brahmavidya or the supreme cult. When Setoketu came back home after completion of study, father asked him, "What is Brahma?" The son tried to explain the meaning of Brahma through different hymns and analysis. Father understood that his son came with no knowledge. So Dalaka said to his son, "That art thou, you are Brahma." Father placed his son on his own seat. There is no teacher, no pupil. Everybody is same. Everybody has the same right on Brahmahood, and it is their birthright. But yet, Setoketu conceived it judicially. Where was the realization? Did the son conceive that he had become Brahma or God? He only heard his father's announcement. So only by learning, hearing, or scholarship, Brahma or God cannot be conceived. But in whose body this cult will be manifested in full-fledged condition, only he can say what is Brahma. Vedas are saying, tell about your realizations, Ritam Vadishyami. Then it will be true, Shattam Vadishyami. Now what is religion? These realizations occur within the human body, and for this reason, religion is realization. The spontaneous revelation of the life power is termed as religion, and this spontaneous manifestation of life power is the primeval religion or Sanatan Dharma, which has been continuing since the Vedic era, is continuing and will continue forever so long human race will be there. What is Veda? This human body is the Veda. In this context, Diamond said one day, "Man is Brahma or the Supreme Being. Consider a man. You cannot fathom how many spiritual realizations can occur within that man. Anything merged in past, present, and future may manifest within this human body. Is there any limit in it? For in infinite time, so many new things may happen within this body. In one sense, the human body is Vedas. Vedas are formed from innumerable spiritual realizations within a human body. Now, what is Veda? Diamond explained as such. What is Veda? An archive of the innumerable spiritual realizations of the rishis or sages. And in some places, some of the results are also mentioned. Again, somewhere they have only mentioned about the result without the realizations. Whatever scriptures, spiritual books are published so far are taken from these archives. For this reason, this archive is supernatural, or rather not man-made. Vedas have mentioned that the attribute of Brahma is blissful, and you are the first in the world to prove that Brahma or the Supreme Being is a living human being, both outside and inside. Mundaka Upanishad has mentioned in this fashion. Heavenly, formless is the person, he is without and within, unborn, breathless, mindless, pure, higher than the high imperishable. Now, I am coming to the great transformation of diamond into Godhood. This transformation into God's light is quantitative and has been manifested in different religious teachers according to the intensity of individualistic austerity. To be transformed into this God's light, the life power of the human body takes the form of an unknown person from Brahmapur or seventh plane and appears within the seer's body. Then the manifestation of Raj Yoga occurs in a human form, and through this Raj Yoga, the life power or Kundalini reaches the seventh plane and achieves this state of Brahmahood or light of conscience. Brahma, Atman or soul or God, all are same. Now the person who has visualized this God experienced in him only closing his eyes. When he opened his eyes, he saw this whole human race in front of him. What is the relation between him and this human race? Now, if this human race ask him, "You have achieved God, so get us this God," but he cannot do that because it is not in his hand. But at the same time, this realization cannot be kept hid. It must be exposed to the world. Now there are two ways for exposing. One, to expose by himself, and another one is spontaneous. Where it is spontaneous, this is full-fledged, and where this is self-effort, it is incomplete. Because Brahma or Supreme Being is manifested spontaneously. So where this will occur, he himself will be exposed. So those who tried to visualize God by self-exertion, they were not complete, and so they created imaginary God. As a result, so many idols of gods, goddesses, animal gods were created. Imagination is not the truth, but these imaginary religions started in the world. But what is the truth? The truth is that when a man achieves Godhood in full fledged form, he himself becomes God, and then what will happen? Here, Chandogya Upanishad has mentioned, and thus the blessed man, rising from the lower physical plane to the seventh plane, attains the supreme light, and in his own form, made of God's light, appears with the myriads of people to prove his attainment of the supreme light or the Brahmahood, as he is the perfect and the supreme one. And again, Svetashvatara Upanishad has announced, "Thou art woman," etc. The whole human race then will announce, "You are born to be universal," and here the hymns of Chandogya Upanishad is established.